So let us study the next article, which is rather important as far as the NEET and CET exam is concerned, and majority of the problems are based on the dimensions and these content which I am going to cover now. So dimensions, this is rather from these dimensions or dimensional analysis is the article in your book, textbook. Or what is meant by dimension? First of all, we shall discuss dimensions. Do you know what is meant by dimension? What is meant by the dimensions of quantity? Do you know? So let me explain. Dimensions means the powers to which a fundamental quantity or the fundamental quantities are raised. I am writing it in short form as for the sake of convenience only, to save the time only. Fundamental quantities are raised to obtain the unit of that quantity. The unit of that quantity. The powers, that means the indices, the index powers. What are the fundamental quantities? What are the symbols? The fundamental quantities are mass, length, time, temperature is taken as K in the symbol of dimensions. Temperature, then electric current, then luminous intensity, and then amount of surface. All these are the fundamental quantities, and the powers. The powers of the fundamental quantities, powers to which the fundamental quantity has raised. We shall see some examples for the sake of convenience. We shall see some examples. So powers to which the fundamental quantities are raised are called the dimensions. Let's find the dimension of, suppose, area. Dimensions of area. What are the dimensions of area? We should know the formula first of all. Formula, what is the formula of area? It is length into breadth. So don't length into breadth. So in this, length means L raised to 1, again breadth means L raised to 1. So the dimensions are m. Whether in the area there is mass quantity is included? No, it is independent of mass. So mass raised to 0, L raised to 2, and whether it is depending upon time? Not at all. Therefore, T raised to 0. So these are the dimensions of, we know that they are written in square bracket. These are the dimensions of area. So what is the SI unit? L square, that means meter square, is the SI unit of the area. So in this way, the dimensions can be determined, can be found. So many dimensions are used, and we want so many dimensions. So we shall practice for more fundamental quantities. We shall find the dimensions of so many quantities today, and thereafter we shall study the uses of dimensional analysis, and thereafter, if possible, we can discuss some MCQs, which is the ultimate task. So let us find the dimensions of volume. So what is the formula? Don't remember it. You just try to find it using the formula. What is the formula of volume? It is length into breadth into time. So go on finding it, searching it. Don't remember it. Don't length. So it is L1, again L1, again L1. So it is L3. So the dimensions of volume are M0, L3, T0. Because so these 0, 3, 0 are the dimensions, are the powers to which the fundamental quantities are raised. In that we can write current raised to 0, temperature raised to 0, but It is not the fashion of taking dimensions. Huh? So all the quantities raised to 0 we can take. But for the sake of convenience, we are taking only 3 fundamental quantities: mass, length and time. So here 0, 0. So volume is independent of mass, independent of time. So it depends upon only length, and it is 3, L raised to 3. So what is the SI unit of volume? SI unit. So it is meter cube. So let us find the dimensions of some quantities. Let us find the dimensions of velocity. What is the formula of velocity? You should know. It is displacement upon time. We don't want to hear the definition. So what is displacement? It is L and time 1. So what are the dimensions of velocity? m0, L1, t minus 1. T minus 1. So these are the dimensions of velocity. We can easily write the SI unit, meter per second. Acceleration. So what is the formula? Acceleration is equal to velocity upon time. We can easily write. So what are the dimensions of velocity? m0, L1, t minus 1. You can write easily. And here t1. So what are the dimensions of acceleration? m0, L1 and t raised to minus 2. So these are the dimensions of acceleration. So the unit can be written as meter per second square. Meter per second square. In this way, we can find so many dimensions. Let us prepare a list of readily used physical quantities, acceleration, and thereafter let us take force. So can you find the dimensions of force? For a moment of time, you can pause your videos here and you can find it and then check the answer. I am writing it here. I am writing the answer here. So what is the formula for force? It is mass into acceleration. Mass into acceleration. Isn't it? So what are the dimensions of mass? m1. What are the dimensions of acceleration? m0, L1, t minus 2. Isn't it? So the dimensions of acceleration are, force are m1, L1 and t minus 2. You can write the unit as Newton. SI unit as Newton. You can write it as kilogram meter per second square. But this is the universally accepted unit. In short, Newton is the SI. This is also called Newton. Isn't it? Impulse. You find it. Try to what is the formula of impulse? It is force into time. Isn't it? Force into time. The force dimensions of force are m1, L1, t minus 2, and dimensions of t are t1. Therefore, dimensions of impulse are m1, L1, and t minus 1. So impulse is given in Newton into second. By the normal, this is the SI unit, and these are the dimensions 1, 1 minus 1. Isn't it? And dimensions of impulse. Let us find the dimensions of momentum. Can you find it? What is the formula of momentum? We know linear momentum or linear momentum. You can write it in linear momentum. It is mass into velocity. Mass into velocity. So you can quickly write m1, and what are the dimensions of velocity? L1 t minus 1. Isn't it? So the dimensions of impulse are m1, L1 and t minus 1. So can you observe the dimensions of impulse and dimensions of momentum are the same. These two quantities are dimensionally same. Whether these two quantities are actually similar in physics, we shall study in the next article or in the next applications of uses of the dimension analysis. These are different quantities. Even though these are different quantities, their dimensions are same. Let us find the dimension of density. Density. So what is the formula of density? The density is given by mass upon volume. So dimensions of mass are m1 and volume dimensions of volume are L3. Therefore, the formula is m1 L minus 3 T0. These are the dimensions of. Or you can write it kilogram per meter cube as SI. So this is the dimension of. These are the dimensions of density. Dimensions of other quantities we shall take. Let us find the dimension of pressure. So what is pressure? It is force upon area, isn't it? Force upon area. So what are the dimensions of force? M1, L1, T minus 2. And what are the dimensions of area? L2. So the dimensions are written of the pressure are written as M1, L minus 1, isn't it? L, we can easily use the rules of indices, laws of indices, and T minus 2. These are the dimensions of M1, L minus 1, T minus 2. These are the dimensions of pressure, isn't it? Let us find the dimensions of torque or work first of all, work done. What is the formula of work? The formula of work done is force into displacement. You know this formula? Force into displacement, isn't it? So we can write the dimensions of force are again M1, L1, T minus 2, and dimensions of displacement. It is simply a length dependent quantity. So all the other quantities are 0 here. So we can ignore those quantities. So dimensions of work done are M1, L2, T minus 2. So let us call it as this is the as equation number 1 for the sake of convenience. We shall compare 3 more quantities. Work done, kinetic energy. Kinetic, what is the formula for kinetic energy? Half mv square. You know this formula? This is the popular formula in physics. So half mv square. This half is dimensionless. The half has no dimensions. So mass, dimensions of mass are again m1. Dimensions of velocity m0. L1 and T minus 1. Dimensions of velocity, we know L1 T minus 1 and its square. So the total dimensions can be written as again M1, here L, here square L2, here this is the square bracket, square of the bracket. Therefore L square, it becomes L square, and here T raised to minus 2. So these are the dimensions of potential kinetic energy. Question number 2. Isn't it? Third one. So what is the SI unit of kinetic energy? Joule again. You can write capital J. Or if you want to write full form, you can write J small, Joule. Potential energy. What is the formula of potential energy? It is mgh. So write it directly m1. What are the dimensions of g? What is g? It is acceleration due to gravity. Again it is acceleration. Therefore so acceleration is equal to dimensions of acceleration are L1 T minus 1, C minus 2 and so on. And dimensions of h are again L1. This is the height mgh. G is acceleration due to gravity. Here m0. It makes no difference if you ignore it. Is that it? So again m1, L2 and T minus 2. You please look at the board. Look at the board for dimensions of potential energy, dimensions of kinetic energy, and dimensions of work done also. These were the dimensions of work done. So this is equation number 3 suppose. And the fourth one, torque. Torque. So what is meant by torque? You have studied in the chapter 4, I think, in the 11th science. At the 9th level also we have studied it. What is meant by torque? Torque is equal to force into momentum or distance. Momentum. Torque is required to rotate a body. Torque produces angular acceleration in the body. So all these are facts are, you have studied those facts. So force is equal to torque into moment arm or simply distance. Momentum is nothing but the distance. So we can write dimensions of force is equal to m1 L1 t minus 2 and momentum is nothing but the distance. So L1. So again the dimensions of torque are coming here m1 L2 and t minus 2 again. So you observe all these four equations 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the dimensions of work done. These are the dimensions of kinetic energy. These are the dimensions of potential energy. And these are the dimensions of torque. So all these dimensions are same. So all these quantities are dimensionally same, but not actually same in the physics. We are going to use these things in the next article in the applications. So you please note it down that the dimensions of torque, work done, kinetic energy and potential energy are the same. All the dimensions of all energies are kinetic energy, potential energy, work done, dimensions are same, and SI unit also same. Joule. But the work done is a different quantity, and its SI unit is force into momentum, that is Newton into meter. Isn't it? Even though the dimensions are same, those are the different quantities. Maybe different quantities. That means we can say that even though the quantities are having same dimensions, they may not be the same quantities in physics. They may not be same. May be same, may not be same. Isn't it? Next quantity is, let us say, the electric current. Current is a fundamental quantity, so we can write M T 0, 0, 0 and I raised to 1. In some reference books or in some books, instead of I is taken here A also. Letter A is also, there is a fashion of taking A for the symbol of current, fundamental quantities. A also taken symbol. You can take either I or A. So these are the dimensions of current. Let us study dimensions of charge. Dimensions of charge. Charge is equal to current into time, isn't it? Charge is equal to current into time. Dimensions of charge, dimensions of current are M0, L0, T0, A1 or I1. I1, we shall take I here, I1 and T1. So these are the dimensions of charge. We can write the unit as coulomb or C only. These are the dimensions of charge. Let us study the dimensions of potential difference. PD, potential difference, we have studied it in Ohm's law and in the 8th or 9th standard. EMF and Ohm's law, you have studied it. So what it is denoted by V and the dimensions. So what is the formula? This is equal to work done upon, yes, charge. Work done upon charge. So what are the dimensions of work done? Work done is equal to all energy, potential energy, kinetic energy, work done 1, 2, minus 2. And dimensions of charge are, just we have written I1, T1. Isn't it? I1 and T1. So So this I will go to the numerator and we can write m1 L2 I raised to minus 1 t raised to minus 3 t raised to minus 3. So these are the dimensions of potential difference and is measured in volt or volts. These are the dimensions of potential difference. Let us find the dimensions of resistance. Resistance, yes. Resistance is equal to V upon I. V is equal to I, the popular formula. V upon I. Therefore, what are the dimensions of V? We have just written it. The dimensions of potential difference are M1 L2 I minus 1 T minus 3 and I 1. Isn't it? Therefore, the dimensions of resistance are M1 L2 I minus 1 and I minus 2 and T minus 3. Isn't it? So these are the dimensions of resistance. We can write the unit as ohm. You can write the unit as ohm. So let us find some more dimensions of stress. Dimensions of stress. What is meant by stress? Stress is nothing but the deforming force per unit area. I am taking the dimensions quickly because you have studied it at the 11th level and the 12th level also, and these are very simple. This is very simple topic. That's why I am taking it in fast. When the MCQs will start and when the main topic will start, we shall decrease our speed. I shall decrease my speed. So for the sake of convenience and for the sake of covering the syllabus, I am going to taking it fast little bit because very easy topic. M1 force, dimensions of force are M1 L1 T minus 2 and dimensions of area are L2. Is that it? So it is equal to M1 L minus 1 T minus 2. These are the dimensions of stress. And the SI unit is force, Newton per meter square. Is that it? Dimensions of angular velocity. Angular velocity. What is the formula angular velocity? Angular velocity is the rate of change of angular displacement. Angular displacement upon time, isn't it? So theta is radian. Its unit is radian. It is dimensionless. Therefore, it is T minus 1 simply. T minus 1. These are the and all remaining quantities are raised to 0, M0 and L0 also. We can write M0, L0, T minus 1. This is the angular velocity. What is the angular acceleration? Omega. Angular acceleration alpha. You know the quantity angular acceleration? You have studied it in the rotational motion. Isn't it? So angular acceleration, it is angular displacement upon time. Angular velocity upon time. So angular omega upon time. So again, this will be M0 L0 T minus 1 upon T minus 1. Isn't it? So it is T minus 2. So these are the dimensions of alpha or angular acceleration. So let us uses of dimensional analysis. So this is the topic, rather important topic as far as the MCQs and NEET is concerned, MSTCET is concerned. Uses of dimension, this is rather important. The first application or the first use. Let us discuss the first use. To verify, to check the correctness of a physical equation. Any equation in the physics, whether it is dimensionally correct or not, we can check it using method of dimensions or method of dimensions, isn't it? So let us, for an example, let us study it. How a correctness of an equation is checked. Let us suppose this is the equation given to you. S is equal to ut plus half at square. We know this equation. This is the second kinematical equation in physics, and you are well familiar with this equation. Here S is the displacement, isn't it? S is the displacement, U is the initial velocity, T is no doubt the time, A is the acceleration, and T again is repeated. So here half is the dimensionless quantity. Half has no dimension. It is a constant. It is a number. It has no dimensions. Therefore, let us check whether the equation is correct or not, dimensionally correct or not. So our target is to check the equation. So let us check it by method of dimensions. So using the theorem of homogeneity, we can prove it. What is the law of homogeneity? Theorem of homogeneity. If the dimensions of LHS equal to dimensions of each term in RHS. Each term. That means, if we can prove that the dimensions of this quantity is equal to dimensions of ut is equal to dimensions of at square. So the law is theorem of principle is, if the dimensions of all the terms in the given equation, right hand side and left hand side, RHS, all the terms, dimensions of all the terms in the given equation are the same, then the given equation is said to be dimensionally correct. We shall check it whether correct or not. We shall check it. So what is given in the left hand side? S. So S is the displacement. We know what are the dimensions of S. Note L1. All other terms are 0. L0, T0, isn't it? What is given? AT. S is equal to UT. U into T. What are the dimensions of velocity? M0, L1, T minus 1. And dimensions of TR again T1. So it again equal to T1 minus 1 cancels and L1. So dimensions of UT are the same. We shall prove it in the next period. So if the you just keep it in mind that if the dimensions are same, dimensions of all terms are the same, the equation is said to be dimensionally correct. Okay.